Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Outer Worlds. So we're kind of heading back to where we just fast traveled from. Oh wait, actually, we came from the opposite direction. So we might also be kind of helping Nyoka out here. Nyoka, who I really want to have like a decent looking armor for her. Same thing with Emmy, who whenever we end up getting her back in our group, I just want everybody to have armor that looks halfway decent, and I can't give them helmets, or I'm gonna never be able to remove them, which really annoys me. I mean, now I know I've said that multiple times, but you know. So these are some big feathers. Should I be concerned? Alright, well, who are you?
Must be MSI's work. They got a knack for burning bridges.
No. Weston Sloan. Well, we're not talking to him from this side, that's for sure. Let's go up and around. Kill whatever EP creepies happen to be in our way. Crap. Shit. These goddamn landmines. Last thing I need to do is be melting myself.
Here we go.
Really? Oh, Jesus, alright.
Heads up, jackass! Got him, boss! Hit! Everyone all right?
I guess we are now. Well, what did we learn from that? We learned that these things suck to have to fight. Mantisaurs are no joke. Now I'm all worried not only about what might be ahead of us that's breathing, but if there's any more landmines planted. Okay, no need to go down there. Poo poo! Did you go poo poo? Welcome back. It's been a while. Last I heard, you were holed up in the bathroom, making a mess. Oh, what is this place?
Please, you don't have to do this. Just let us down from here. The humidity is really uncomfortable.
Okay. Poo-poo, that was taking a very long poo-poo. In fact, you were probably in the bathroom so long you wouldn't have even known. I haven't been streaming in weeks. That's how long you've been pooping.
Love a good brawl. Nobody messes with you, boss. Nice shot, Captain.
Look, I can see what I should have on your outfit. Very fashionable, I swear.
Somebody's blowing up a piece of armor. I want in. I was just getting started.
Alright. Hopefully we didn't just kill the scientists that we heard talking. Because that would suck. Meanwhile, all I hear in the background is whoop, whoop. Nothing. Where'd that other marauder go? One I know I blasted from a good distance. Did his body evaporate? Must have. Man, I didn't know there was this much explosives up here. I could have blown those up instead. But I disintegrated a guy, so that's fine. Alright, well. Is the scientist inside, I'm guessing? What's in here?
Hell of a job.
A lot of big cartridges, that's what was in there. Excellent. Alright, whoever's in there, you can come out. Oh, that scientist's dead. What kind of crazy stuff are you guys locked? Hacking skill too low. Damn. What is that? Clearly this is something we're gonna have to come back for. Another music box. There's a lot of music boxes out in this world. Reload. Bypass shunt. Now, let's see. What's in here? Oh! It's someone who wants to hurt me. You two get up. loud. Ooh, a jeweled ring. All right. Jeweled ring. Okay. We have a way out. Who's up here? Must be in that other room. So at least you guys stash lots of nice little odds and ends for me. I appreciate that. In fact, I want to see real quick. Oh, I got another one of these little mono lens things. That's cool. Alright, hold on. You know what I wanted to do that I forgot to do? I wanted to break some of these things down. So that their cell value is really good. Cell value on that sucks. Well, breakdown bonus, we'll take it. Whoa. The euthanasia kit. Okay. So that's a nasty freaking blaster right there. 39 times 8. I do believe that is more powerful than what I'm using. Hmm. I want to see how this weapon is. I got myself a little mixed up. I'm gonna double check, make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, look, see, I missed something. Bit cartridges on the floor. There's 2 doors to choose from here. do I want to read this stuff? Ha! Project Lorem Ipsum. I don't know if you guys get that joke, but it's a pretty good joke. Shall result in a potent, mostly non-lethal crowd control gas for use against rioting, blah, 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 blah. Okay, nothing, Oh, transfer files to external tape. Oh. Well. If Valdez wants a better title, see how she likes these. She's going to be furious if she ever finds this list, and I'm not covering for you. Make sure these are good and hidden. Thunderdog, eggs, man, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Well, we just collected stuff. I don't know if there was anything we really were supposed to find out about yet. So it's starting to feel like the Marauders must have killed those people before I got a chance to help them out. Unless they were in a completely different section of this facility, which is possible. Okay. Well, we need to go down this way anyhow. Unseal door. Alright. Requires Chastity's hideaway key to unlock. Okay. Listen to all those crazy noises. A mega cannid. I'm not super accurate with this at all.
Like a raft among the rocks.
Here they come! Ah, my legs!
Is that me yelling that?
That had to hurt!
Can't get
I guess this is a close range weapon. Well, now I know. And knowing is anyone? Anyone? Come on, what is knowing? That's right, half the battle. Oh well, Marauders got themselves killed. I ain't sad about it. Besides, they got bit cartridges and stuff that I can sell. That's what Marauders are always good for. Okay, how exactly in the hell am I supposed to get to where I'm supposed to get to? It's like all blocked off. Or is it? And there's got to be a way. But there's no way. No cave system. So I must have missed a path that I was supposed to take. I am confused. So I did have to come down this way, maybe? No. Yes. There's that guy up there. Oh yeah, they warned us about watching out for the Terras, didn't they? So they'd probably be coming down from above.
Must have been one ugly fight.
We ought to be quick about this.
Agreed. Smuggler tunnel, huh? Alright, hang on a second. Let's explore first. Blown bridge. Yeah, I think I discovered that already. When I walked right up to the edge of it. A trail of blood leads away from the autoloader. Strangely dressed marauder. Hold on. Protective clothing. A. I just want to see what it looks like. Oh yeah, literally just clothing. I see people walking around over there. Marauders. Well, that was a waste.
All right, here we go.
Down they go.
Oh, you prick.
Oh, that's the last of him.
Yep, they screwed up. Shouldn't have been messing with me. Everyone just ignored the fact that I attacked them and they weren't really messing with me so much as I was messing with them first. You know, it's not important. It's not important. Thanks for the energy cells. Right. Where'd they go? Alright, so there was a smuggler's tunnel. There's a smuggler's tunnel that I could check out. There's some kind of building over here. What is this place? What in the hell is that? Oh, it's Fallbrook. Alright, well I discovered Fallbrook. Lenora. Hey, that's our friend. And then we can head up that way. Hello, friend.
Oh, hey there. Thanks again for getting me away from those marauders. You want to buy
You are
something?
welcome. I sure do. More than anything, I want to sell things, because I got lots and lots and lots of things. Ooh. I can sell that. Okay, that's what I thought. I already have one of these. fairly certain that's good for now. I don't know if I need to hold on to that. I don't need to hold on to that one for sure. This I need to drop off at home, meaning my ship. Same thing with that top hat. And this can go. And now look at all the junk I get to sell. Sweet.
Hello again.
Hello again.
You want to buy something?
I do, because I didn't mean to click out of that. Alright, so. She doesn't really have anything too amazing there. You got Bupkis. Damn it, lady. Thug kit. Mr. N, can't use that. You don't have any stuff for quests. That's a bummer.
Hello again. You want to buy something?
No, but I want to ask you something. You didn't tell me how you got captured.
Oh, it's nothing out of the ordinary, really. I was on my way to Fallbrook and got jumped by insane, bloodthirsty cannibals. It happens.
You're rather chipper.
Hey, life's too short to be worried about danger this and careful that. I'd rather just do my job and try and enjoy it.
Okay. So are you an independent merchant, or...?
No, don't be absurd. I'm based out of Stellar Bay, but I cater to our more, trailblazing clientele.
Okay. Bye. Alright, I don't need to go to Fallbrook yet.
We're not getting through. Let's dance.
Nothing like a good tussle.
Man. Yeah, I'm not particularly great at using weapons up close.
Let's take it down. Show 'em how it's done.
Um... Oh, it's that guy. Okay, first of all, nothing from the Manta Pillar. And we still got to get over that way. God damn, man. I'm just... Alright. I don't know who you
Hello
are.
there. A word, if I may be so bold?
Yeah, hi.
Well now, here I thought those mantisaurs had peacefully exited the premises. But you're a simpler explanation. Thanks for the assistance. Name's Weston. Every once in a while I set up shop along these here roads. You find yourself in need of resupply, you come on by. Care to purchase a thing or two?
Okay. Random. What do you have, my friend? What do you have? Nothing weapon-wise that I am interested in. However, durable guards. Ooh, I like those masks. Heavy construction gear, huh? I'm gonna buy one. Okay, I'll take one of those. Nothing for quests. Okay, hold on there, Pally. Just hold. Um. What the hell's going on? That was very strange. 34 armor. Hi. I'm scary looking. Alright, so 34 armor.
Thanks again, stranger. Care to purchase a thing or two?
Maybe. $38 armor. I do believe I had determined that I don't need flamethrower or the heavy machine gun. And I don't think I need this. I don't need that. Okay. Are you kidding me? Is that what I had? What is the difference? Oops. God damn it. So very little difference. Okay. That's fine. I can modify it though, so until I can modify it, I'm going to keep this other armor on. Because the armor I have already has the backpack ability and other stuff, so until I can modify all of that. 4 points are not going to be that much of a big deal.
Fallbrook's on the other side of the bridge there if you need a drink. We're only halfway to the mountain, so might consider stopping in.
Alright, I'll take your suggestion. I guess we should go there first. Can't hurt to have a couple fast travel points if nothing else. Fallbrook. Welcome to Fallbrook. I'm getting hungry. I are hungry. Come on now. Let's get into town. Let's get in there. I know there's stuff in Fallbrook I'm supposed to do anyway, so I'll just go through my quests and see what I need to do while I'm here. As soon as we can actually get off of the loading screen. And that's something that they keep claiming with the PS5 when it comes out, that it's like the way that it loads information should make loading screens a much less lengthy thing to deal with. Hello, Mortimer. Alright, hold on. Let me look at my journal. Okay, there's an outpost I need to check out. I gotta find Caleb. I gotta talk to Agnes eventually. That's Roseway, I don't need to worry about that. Lilia. Okay. Retrieve the information he's holding on the salvage location, and then I have to come here to Fallbrook. Well, if nothing else, I'll get a fast travel point so I can come back here quickly. Sucker bait, bolt with his name. Vicar Max has tracked a scholar to a rented domicile in Fallbrook on Monarch. Take Max to visit Reginald Cheney and ask. Alright, so I need to have Max with me. Okay. Alright, no problem. Hello, Mortimer.
Trouble checking in? Or you might need directions to the amenities? If you're locked out of your cabin, a replacement key costs 50 bits.
No. Lilia sent me. Where's Catherine?
You're looking for Ms. Malin. On an errand for the boss lady? Oh, that sounds ominous. Yeah. Miss Malin won't like that a whit.
I don't care. just point me towards Miss Malin.
She's not but just down the way. A 10 to 1 says she's either pouring drinks or skinning a sprat in the saloon.
Okay, that's fine.
Word to the wise. Ms. Malin don't take kindly to interlopers. When I said sprat, I didn't mean the sort with whiskers and a tail. I am here to anticipate and facilitate your needs, patron.
Okay, you just changed your tone real quick and weird. Alright, so...
Guess
tell me
it's
about
true.
the place.
Fallbrook really is the best kept secret in all of Monarch, excepting the Borst Factory's secret ingredient. We're a leisurely stopover for the more adventurous spacefaring traveler. Understand?
Sure.
Swell. We like quick on the draw types like you. Saloon is straight back and to the right. Once you're feeling sated, you're welcome to a private cabin. Only $250 a night. Ms. Malin can let you one if you're interested. She's the one who runs this racket.
Alright. Sounds interesting.
Looks like my kind of town.
Fallbrook's great. Anything you want, they've got it. So long as you've got the bits.
Sublate. Hello, Nelson.
Take
Ah!
a gander at that mug. I ain't ever seen someone so adept looking my whole life.
Look at this guy.
Watch yourself, Captain. This guy's got eyes like a sprat set on stealing your dinner.
Adept looking, huh? This guy taking a snipe at your looks?
Oh, now, come on. All I mean is, well, rather that,
I'm wearing a helmet. You
you
can't
don't
even see
seem
my
like
face.
the usual pigeons we pluck. No offense, of course, if you are a Byzantium goldblood. Say, I'd like to do you a favor. Might I interest you in a surefire scheme? Wink, wink.
This ought to be good.
Oh, I enjoy a good challenge. I'll get right to it then. Pure and simple, it's like this. I run our drug delivery service. Recently, I had the genius idea to cut costs in half by swapping our autoloaders with faster, cheaper sprats.
That's a stroke of sheer brilliance.
See? I know a fellow genius when I clap eyes on him. Too right you are. Only problem is my sprat carriers ain't arrived from their latest run. As I was saying, you look more capable than most of the hoople heads around these parts. What say you locate him and retrieve the goods for me? In return, I'll cut you 5% of the profit.
You're out of your damn mind. $5%? Alright, fine. It's not like I have anything better to do.
Was that sarcasm? I'm going to assume it was not. If it's sarcasm, you've got to show it somehow, like with a wink. My sprat carriers scurry back and forth through the shipping tunnels. Any trail ought to start there. When you've got the goods, I'll be here. Got the goods? Because I know you wouldn't be wasting my time otherwise.
I was going to bring up
Wink.
another point. Punch him in the eye?
Hit me. I won't even hit back. Ow! What was that for?
You told me to hit you.
You're nuttier than Miss Malin. Cripes. Remind me never to cross you. Though, you put that mean right hook to good use getting my drugs, and I'll be more than happy.
Lilia sent me to meet Miss Catherine Malin.
Wow. You're either an extremely important person, or slated for a slow and torturous death. I do hope it's the former. Either way, you'll find Miss Catherine Malin straight back in Malin's House of Hospitality.
Okay. That's it for now.
Sure it is. Wink.
Oh, I'm gonna punch you in the eye again. This guy. Okay, so these are all sublight people. Went up a level for no reason and it scared the living crap out of me. Factory stock armor plating. Is this just a place? Come on in, guys. I found a random house. Now let's plunder it. Alright. Well, we're not doing this in supernova mode, so... This place reminds me of a little lamplight. Emmett Dunsley, you're a person.
Oh, I beg your pardon. Can you not see I'm walking here?
I can, lipstick boy. You don't look like you're walking.
Physically, you mean? In my mind, I have traveled galaxies. Well, it is of no consequence, I assure you. I shall embark shortly with my legs.
To where?
I'm not entirely decided. If I'm being honest, I think I'd fancy a visit to Tartarus, so long as it's under the shield of my fantastical imagination.
Okay. Carry on, weirdo.
You seen Arthur today?
Nah, last time I saw him was, stars, I can't remember. Days.
You don't think he got crushed during the bridge collapse?
I'll bet he did.
That drop? Sure puts things into perspective.
The Chet. What kind of name is that?
No, but thank you. I'm quite alright as I am.
What? Huh?
Oh, you're still here. I said I don't require anything at this time. Run along now. I've had more than enough to satisfy my thirst for one evening.
You're pissing me off, dude. Seriously, what's your deal?
Deal? A rather bad one indeed. The fella swore Fallbrook was unrivaled in its leisurely pursuits. But it seems to me the whole town is designed primarily to leech one's bits. And now that I've run dry, or nearly so, the fellas have abandoned me back to Byzantium. You wouldn't leave a friend in need, I'm sure.
No, I'm
Don't
good to my
suppose I could
friends.
just ask you to scram.
Don't suppose I could just ask you to stand there while I punch you in the mouth. Where can I find Catherine?
Can't fathom why you'd go searching her out. But it's your neck on the noose. I was told she runs the saloon.
Yep. Bye, dick. I hope this is your house. It's not, though. Fallbrook patron. Patron. Alright, bye, people. Is that the saloon? Dry goods and sundry. Okay. There's the saloon. What's this place? Insurance agent? Hi.
Welcome to the offices of the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group, Halcyon's premier provider of life and disaster-related insurance.
Oh.
I'm obligated to inform you that our coverage does not extend to incidents deemed to result from negligence, criminal activity, or dullness of mind.
Okay. Duly noted.
So, what kind of insurance package can I interest you in? We're running a special on dismemberment policies. Buy one, get one half off.
Ha 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 ha. Why is your office on Monarch?
We're not on Monarch. For all practical and tax-related purposes, this office is an official enclave of Byzantium.
If you say so.
Oh, it's certainly not about what I say. That's all down to our legal team and our CFO.
What else about your insurance policy?
Plenty. As my boss likes to say, there's a policy for every situation and an exclusion for every policy. We've insured unusually expressive eyebrows, outrageous statements, disastrous marriages.
Who gets their eyebrows insured?
Usually character actors, or corporate execs with menacing stares.
And outrageous statement insured?
That policy is almost exclusively for our corporate clientele. In the unlikely event they make a claim about a product that turns out to be less than accurate, they need some kind of protection against the damage to their sales and reputation.
Oh. And marriages?
Those are mostly for top-rungers in Byzantium who have a lot of social and financial capital wrapped up in their marriage contracts. There's one for your beloved eloping with your sibling, your beloved eloping with their sibling, scandalous rumors forcing you apart, the revelation of a secret love child. We try to cover every possible hazard to domestic bliss.
Okay. Well, I think yeah, that's all I need.
One thing's for sure. You won't find better policy protection against sudden lunar implosions anywhere in Halcyon.
Right. Okay, bye. Mechanical sentry. Nobody's looking, right? Dee-dee-dee. Da-da-da. We'll just walk out of here now. Nobody saw nothing. That place will come in handy later. Dry goods and sundry. Let's go in here. Hello, Duncan Ellie. How's it going?
My dry goods come 75% guaranteed mold-free. Was that 75% mold-free? No rubbernecking. Make a buy or move on.
Man. Alright, let's see what you got. Oh, man. Hiking gear. Quilted ports of call. Protective clothing with safety harness. Yeah, I got my hands on these already. Ooh. I'll buy that. Why not? Yep. Yep. We will buy them both because every single time I purchase armor. Now, I don't know if I purchase them and for my compadres, if I give them, if that also boosts. I imagine it would, wouldn't it? What do we have here? Personal data pad of a sublay contractor. This data pad contains a personal journal of Mercer Cole, a low-level sublay contractor. Most entries pertain to slagging his teammates or complaining about shit for pay contracts. The last entry reads, "Can't believe we found fucking Alavide gas in a hibernated Rizzo lab out in the dust bag. Lavite? Olivity? Whatever it's spelled. It's worth a shit ton. Who the fuck could use that to make candy? Looks like old Gertie's hunch is gonna prove out. Not that I'll ever tell her so. The way she goes primal at the slightest hint of criticism. Too much product for us to transport. Gonna need a ship to smuggle this off-world. Probably need Lilia Hagen to send a team. No way Miss Malin can handle this job out of Fallbrook. Been working on Remy, plying him with the pale kale ale he likes. Figure if I get him nice and slosh, he'll tell me the password into that place. Did some exploring while he and Gertie were testing the Alawiti gas. Found an old elevator shaft, a lab coat modded into a hidey spot for some dandified weapon. Thing's probably worth enough to make me a right top runger after I go back for it. Old Mercer's gonna get himself to Byzantium. You can bet on it. Can't let Remy or Gertie find out about it. Gertie would go all full burn and demand I split the profits. Remy, he'd probably send me to the boneyard and keep it for himself. Our damaged data pad. The screen is cracked and most of the keys are non-functional. Fused together from plasma damage. All but a few entries are unreadable. Of those remaining, only snippets can be viewed. Entry 1. Orpal Sauber, you are reassigned effective immediate. Must report to Site Safety Commander Sanders by 1600 HST. Transport provided by non-corporate contractor. Reliable. Proceed overland to research foot east town designation. Fallbrook. Entry 2. Kind of shithole facility is this? I'm never accepting a promotion again unless it comes with a gilded. Hastily keeps losing her damn key card. Expects me to find it for her. Not her fucking swain. At least Powell is easy on the eyes. Entry 3. Ship wrap fucking alarm went off again before I got a chance to try the weapon. Seen anything like it? It's Chastity used it for a damn prank. Now Sanders is gonna lock it up and I'll never. Perfect for crowd control. Easy to maintain. Order in the townships once they get their hands on glue. Alright. Cool. See this? We find all kinds of stuff. Liana Reed. Hello.
No refunds, no exchanges, no returns. And no whining about it either. If you bloody it, you buy it. Store policy.
Okay. See what you got. Man, you people have nothing good. You got nothing. Alright. Just peeking down to see if there's a lot more here. Alright, let's go talk to Miss Malin. Oh, it's Niles again. And it's Wesley Alexander. Hello, Niles. Remember me?
Hey there, Exterminator. Glad you showed up to take care of those mantis swarms. Hate those fucking things.
How are you talking and drinking at the same time? That's a pretty good trick. Hi.
You don't look like a smuggler nor a dandy. Catherine sent you back here? On second thought, it's best if I don't know. What's your order?
Got any glacial age whiskey?
No, I don't have any... Ugh. If it's only a drink you're after, the full bar's upstairs. This here's the ante up, where you place your bets.
What can I bet on?
Tossball, autoloader races, card games, you name it. I ain't picky. And neither is Catherine. We'll both break your legs if you lose, then shirk on paying.
Alright, bye. Oh, hello.
Uh-huh. You blind, fella? Or can you not see I'm busy? Why is it every sissy pig fucker who strolls into my town expects me to smile and shout awful friendly? Welcome to Fallbrook. Only nugget of paradise in this entire law-forsaken land. Like a void damn advert.
Catherine, you're as welcoming as ever.
Nyoka's drinking again.
Truthfully spoken, I do aim to properly represent my aforementioned nugget of paradise.
Oh, charm. If by nugget of paradise mean piece of manti dung, then sure.
You know, I ain't heard that one before. Suppose I'll have to work harder to show you just what makes our town shine. But first, I'll need to know what brings you, stranger. Well, I'm half listening.
You're gonna fully listen in a second. I'm the fixer for your sublight problem.
Good of you to finally haul your ass over here. I wired for backup weeks ago. Got something that's gonna require special extraction from Cascadia.
Right, the Ultra Vitae stuff that Lydia mentioned.
So you got a brain on them shoulders. Excellent. Makes my life a world easier. To extract the gas, you'll need to siphon it from the lab in Cascadia into one of your ship's fuel tanks. Totally safe.
Yeah, I can get it done.
I do like your gumption, but let's not be hasty. To get to the gas, you'll need to navigate through the town, which is overrun by marauders.
Who cares?
The lab itself has become an infested nest, crawling with mantis. You gotta fight through, or figure out some other way to exterminate them. Maybe the ventilation system?
Well, Nyoka's handled Manosaurs before.
And will again. We ought to be taking any opportunity we get to bury those critters in lead.
Direct and aggressive. I always did like your sensibilities. You know when to strike and when to wait. Shame what came of your crew.
Crews are for ships. They were a family.
Close enough. Now, after you clear the manti nest and reach the storage room, all that's left is to get the gas flowing into the fuel system. The task will require someone with technical skills. Or you could force it through with a plasma overload. Don't recommend that option, though, unless you want to get dead.
Good thing we have our engineer. Parvati will handle it.
Dandy. Did I mention the gas is of an extremely volatile nature? Handle it with the utmost of care. Once you've got our goods, take them to the groundbreaker. Lilia's fencers ought to handle the rest of it. I've marked the coordinates for you to the lab in Cascadia. Use the passcode Antediluvian on the terminal to get in. But before you make your run, I could use a heavy helping hand regarding a local issue. For a fine fee, of course.
Of course. I might be interested.
Good. This particular matter of opportunity has been eating at me for a while now. There's a Borst factory on up the way, run by a man who calls himself the King. Clive Lundberg, insufferable prick. That aside, it's a business ripe for the plucking. I want it. Clear as that.
I get the feeling this is going to involve murder and mayhem.
Stars, I hope so.
Me too.
Clive Lundberg, the self-proclaimed Borst King of Monarch. is swimming in profit and drowning in his ego. He's making the only meal to be had this side of Monarch, and I'm tired of ponying up for my dinner. I want that Borst factory, owner dead or alive. And you're the soon-to-be handsomely paid son of a bitch who's gonna get it for me.
Cool. Easy as eating a cysty pig pie.
Guess you've got it figured out then. Good. Hit him where it hurts. And his gut or his production lines ought to make do.
He said I wanted to sabotage the factory.
Then I'd say you might care to poison the cysty pigs, doctor a few financial records, or throw a wrench in the canning machinery.
Sounds good.
It'll be more than good when you're finished. Maybe not for Clive, but for me and you, I'm sure. Oh, and if you don't fancy going in guns blazing or crawling through a sewer pipe, see Duncan in the dry goods and sundry building. He ought to have an employee ID in that stash of illicit goods he keeps for select clientele.
Aha.
May luck be with you, since I won't be.
Okay. Well, let's go back and talk to Clive. We like causing trouble. What's up, Yvonne?
Folks I never met before are my most favorite kind. So, what's your story?
Well, it's the strangest thing, really, but I was frozen in space for 70 years, and then one day...
Let me just stop you right there, stranger. My question, it's not one I really want an answer to.
Oh man.
Not unless it accompanies some extra bits. Understand?
I'm not paying you to listen to me. But how many bits are we talking?
More than you can afford at this time.
God damn it. You do serve drinks at this bar, right?
Your eyes do not deceive you. This bar serves the sweetest firewater in all of Fallbrook. I got some snacks on offer, too, from time to time.
Well, I'm looking for work.
Who ain't these days? Everything runs through Ms. Malin here, so you might start with her.
Ah, poo. All right. All right, let's go. Let's go talk to the man at this dry goods and sundry place.
Catherine's great, ain't she? She'll pull you out of the sulfur, so long as you don't mind being in her debt.
She's about as welcoming as a wrench to the face. And half as tender.
What the hell are you guys? Hey, Duncan.
I test every product myself to assure maximum customer satisfaction. If you doubt it, I can show you my lower back rash. No rubbernecking. Make a buy or move on.
Give me the ID cartridge.
Not so fast. My biometric IDs are special goods, only on offer to special clients. You cotton?
I think the fact that Catherine Malin sent me for it makes me special enough.
She needs it for a job? Well, why didn't you say so?
I just did.
Reckoned you asked her where to best procure one, and she obligingly pointed you my way.
She sure did.
Give me a jiffy to break. I mean, calibrate the ID. This goes like that. Nope, not quite right. A bit to the left, mayhaps. That'll do it. For a CMP factory line worker, she sure is a beauty. Careful. I'm trusting you to guard this specialty good with your life. I mean it. Lose the ID and you don't get another. Also, you'll be off my list of unwholesome customers.
Okay.
Will that be all, or do you require something to say, scratch your itch?
That'll be it. I don't have any itches to scratch. Goodbye. All right. Let's go the rest of the way up here, see what else there is to look at.
Always imagined Fallbrook would be...
Cleaner, fancier, stocked with better booze.
cheaper. I've emptied 14-bit carts in the last 2 hours.
Come on in,
You've
guys.
got a terrible tell. Whenever you're lying, your right eye twitches like mad.
It most certainly does not.
I wouldn't steer you the wrong trend. See? There it goes again.
They're not gonna miss it, don't worry. See all these people? They're not going anywhere. They're not really doing anything with their lives. We're dealing with all kinds of crazy stuff, so we need this. Okay. Clear this place out. Alright. Yeah, nice facilities in there. Okay, bye. Hi. Anybody in here with a unique name? No? Alright, well.
I saw this one episode of Terror on Monarch. Halcyon Helen went down that waterfall in a barrel.
She'd be dead, my friend. What's up, thugs? Enjoying your life? Your thug life? Oh, I can land here. Ah! Well, the advantage to that is that I can bring out our friend, the vicar. Unfortunately, Felix, for you, that means you're going to have to stay here. But that works out. We can bring him out there. We can get that mission, that part of the mission ticked off. And that'll be one less thing that we need to do. Alright, come on. Come on, let's go. Only got 10 more minutes and I can be on here. There we go. Alright. I've acquired book.
Didn't I request no more fertilizer shipments be brought on board? Who keeps ordering these?
There's woolly cows in here. Why are there woolly cows in here? Parvati, why are there woolly cows in here?
Felix keeps asking me to watch some adventure serial with him. It's not my thing, but he's real sweet about it.
Okay, never mind. Why do you exist? Why? I mean, meat and milk? I suppose. Okay, toughened. Silver tongue. Backpack. I can't believe we have cows. Still don't know what these things are. Any messages? No, nothing new. Okay, these are all garbage. Alright, very good.
Make yourself at home, Captain.
And you know what? Actually, oh yeah, duh. Tinkering cost down. Unlock access to restricted items and vending machines. Excellent. More bits. That's always good. All right. Inventory. Since none of this is really going to get us much in terms of money, we're just going to break it all down. TL Gamer, what's going on? So let's break all this crap down here. Hey, look at that. We got a gyro sight out of that. Just got an extra weapon part. TL Gamer saying, each planet in this game represents a major corporation. Wait a minute. Hold on now. One planet's EA, one planet's Blizzard, another is Google, another is Apple, another is Activision. You get the idea. Basically, this game's storyline is Obsidian warning players that this is what our future is going to become if they keep going unchecked. No kidding. That is quite interesting. And if that is indeed accurate, then that is pretty freaking cool. And I mean, honestly, I can't say I'd be too surprised because Obsidian, like, from what I gathered with this game, from my experience, like, this is like a lot of fan service. Like, they made a game geared towards what people are gonna want to play, like what the players are enjoying. So, makes a lot of sense. That's quite interesting, dude. So, I don't have any gadget mods. And now, oh, I guess I'll hold on to the other one just for now. But that's cool. That's very, very cool. Did they throw anything else in here? I'm going to assume that book I found is for, it's not hers, right? Yeah. That book is probably for the vicar. TL, have you been playing this game? That's his journal. That's another journal. I know we had that book before. Oh, I think this is new. No, it's not new. Okay. I don't know where the other book is. I don't think that's it. Don't worry there, Vicar. You're coming with us in a moment. Hello, Ellie. Ah. Well, she's got enough vodka. TL Gamer saying, no, I stopped playing it 15 minutes in because I only played it as a favor to a subscriber who bought it for me specifically to rip it apart and find things wrong with it. Now that is a true YouTuber, if ever there was a statement from one. Examine. Strike with this and you'll feel it going up your arms and into your shoulders. Never once let me down. A Reptidon named Frida. Nyoka has scrolled the name Frida into this otherwise pristinely preserved Reptidon head. I wonder if that's a fish called Wanda reference. Because it could be. Alright, well, I don't know where that book ended up, but I guess it doesn't really matter. I can't believe that we have cattle. Why are you here? You're making the place stink. Okay, I don't think I need a... DL saying, I usually play games from a point of view as a person who's never played a game at all to show what happens when a player like that attempts to play games. Ah. Well, that's complicated. Potentially complicated. All right, there, Max. Oh, wait, you know what? Hold on a second. Just remembered. Perks are available. When Ellie's in the party, any damage that would kill you instead heals a small amount of health. Oh, I think I have to have that. Parvati. Recharge some of your attack. See, I don't really use it that much. She doesn't really... let's take that. TL Gamer saying it shows just how inconsistent games really are. Gamers have become so second nature to things they fail to see there are actual problems in the game's structure. Yeah, I can agree with that. But at the same time, unless a game is fatally flawed, you know, if you're purchasing a game to play them and not get too worked up in tiny little details of flaws and whatnot, it's very easy to lose the fun in playing games. Like, there's people that can be way too critical, and because they're, you know, so overly critical about things and trying to find problems, that they will indeed find those problems and ruin the possible experience that would have otherwise been a very good time. Dialogue, combat, effect, duration. Yeah, it's not bad, because I'm going to have more science weapons anyway. Teal Gamer saying, example, gamers get a gun and somehow they automatically resort to shooting. But why, if nothing in the game says to shoot? Gamers will try and argue that point, but the fact remains there is no actual reason other than opinion to shoot. That also depends on the game. If it is a game that's, you know, predicated on shooting things, like if you're playing Borderlands, it's pretty much the whole point of the game. Now, something like this, then, you know, 100%, you don't need to shoot everything. And I do see what you're saying. You know, there's a lot of tropes and expectations that people fall into and automatically jump at, like, oh, I'm supposed to do this or I'm supposed to do that, and that isn't necessarily the case. All right, 93 minutes in. All right, so I'm going to leave the ship here. I am going to go find this guy that Max is friends with. TL Gamer saying, but someone who doesn't play a game won't see why. Oh, that message got just retracted in the middle of me reading it. That confused me. Okay, saying, but someone who doesn't play a game won't see why gamers are shooting, but a gamer will argue that when you have a gun, why wouldn't you shoot? See, I think people that are much more casual player, I think they're the ones who'd be more apt to automatically shoot, whereas someone who considers themselves a gamer is more, you know, someone who gets in deep to playing games in detail, and they might be a little more apt to actually not jump right into shooting and try to find alternate solutions. And it also depends, like if you're a real gamer, so to speak, then your expectation of each game may be different than someone else. Like you may be going in and go, okay, I don't like, and I know people who are like this. Like I don't like to play games where I'm shooting everything. In fact, one of the people who watches my channel all the time, he and I were talking about this the other day. You know, he's like things that you don't automatically jump into games and shoot at everything, and likes to play more of a dialogue quest. And that's kind of what I'm doing with this. Trying to use my speaking skills a little bit better. Hold on a second. Let me find that. Alright, so we gotta find this dude. The other gamer saying, the point being that in a tutorial, a gamer doesn't think a game needs to tell you, or a gamer doesn't think a game needs to tell you, which is ignorant to the point of what a tutorial is and is for in the point. Not sure if I'm reading that right. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah. Depends on, again, I think it depends on the game. Because there's games that they're geared more towards people who are experienced game players, and they don't hold your hand with tutorials, and they kind of just right off the bat just let you figure out how you're going to play a game, what you're going to do, how you're going to handle everything. And yeah, there's plenty that will literally hold your hand and tell you this is what you do, and you don't do this, and you do this, and you shoot at this, and you blow this up, and blah blah blah, and then they're kind of like guiding you towards doing stuff. Now, on one hand, it's not necessarily telling you you have to shoot everything on sight, but it's definitely like getting it into your brain of like, well, this is what I'm supposed to do.
Knock, knock.
Go away, White.
That's not how the game works. I say, knock, knock, like I'm on the outside of a door.
You guys are weird.
I swear to the architect, I will
saying,
punch your lambs out.
The reality, in fact, is that a tutorial there to actually tell a player they need to shoot, and if it doesn't, then it's not a tutorial. Yet a gamer will argue a tutorial doesn't need to say so, and someone should just know.
Catherine is gonna flay the skin
Yeah, but
from your
you know that's the thing, though.
I know.
If a player, say you got, all right, he's saying, example, this game at the beginning, the subscriber I did this for couldn't get out of the starting area because the game never says they need to shoot barrels. But that's the individual player. If you don't have the wherewithal to figure things out, again, you might have someone who's 8 years old and playing these games, and they have absolutely no idea what to do, and they are the type of people that need the instruction. But then you got somebody in their mid-40s, like me. I don't need the instruction. I can figure these things out. Which is why in a lot of games I'll skip the tutorial. If I'm playing it on my own, I'll play the tutorial if I'm streaming it.
This is Reginald's stuff, all right, but it looks like he's not home.
Yeah, your
Let's
buddy ain't
search the
here.
room. Try to figure out where he's gone.
Okay, we will do that, but first, come in. Everybody come in. Okay, either you lost your shins. That was interesting. Alright, well first, we're going to clear out everything that belongs to your friend, okay? We're going to take everything. Because if he's not here for it, then might as well give it to you, right? Examine. TL Gamer saying, but you cannot not tell a player they do not need a message to shoot barrels if that is what has to be done when you're in the start of a game where the game is supposed to be telling you how to play. I told them devs cater games to their audience. Well, you have to. If you're making a game, you need to make the game work for the types of people that are playing it. Otherwise, you're not going to sell many things, or you're going to have this big outrage on how, you know, the game's confusing and no one knows what to do. If you're a kid, especially a game like this, it's got a large audience, a very wide array of ages and everything else. So it's like, you know, they can only make it so simple, but they also basically tell you to blow those things up if you're reading dialogue. I mean, then, honestly, then it's that kid or guy or whoever, like, see, but here's the thing. My argument is, on that case, I don't think it's a dev's fault. It's something you're supposed to figure out by yourself. Like, when you're hovering your, you know, the gun around and all of a sudden it glows red, it's a target. So they're leaving it for you to figure that out so they don't have to, they don't have to handhold you through it. It doesn't have to be a tutorial. All right, so this is saying, report. I can't believe I'm still stuck in this law-forsaken town, but at least I think I may have finally found a spot with promise. Down the tunnel on the riverbank outside of town. Produced 1 nugget and 2 teeth. I wonder if I could find a dentist who'd pay something for the teeth. Cheney.
Sounds like Cheney's gone gold panning down on the river. I guess even scholars need to find ways to make ends meet in exile.
Uh-huh. You sure there's nothing weird going on there, Vicar
I could
Max?
spend hours reflecting on the secret workings of the universe. Little else in this colony offers such a relaxing pastime. So, tell me what's on your mind. I excel at confessional listening.
I thought he was going to have something more of import to say. Alright, what did that just, Alright, so is that now asking us basically to exit the town? Right? Yeah, because that's on the other side of, Alright, hold on. Nope. Turn around. Run back the other way. Taylor Gamer saying, the game was way too complex for him to play because it does fail to incorporate very simple pieces of information. Well, then that's on the player. If the player wasn't able to understand that and comprehend that, that's on them. If the developers, like I said, if the developers don't want to hold your hand through every little part of, the beginning of a game, especially something that simple, then it's the player clearly who's got an issue. Like I said, I didn't need anyone to tell me to blow the barrels up. I figured it out pretty quick. Most people that I've seen play the game didn't need anyone to tell them how to do it, and they figured it out pretty quick. And I'm not saying that it's the player's fault if they weren't given the information, but what I'm saying is, depending on the maturity level and someone's ability to problem solve, that's what it is. If the developers, first of all, with language and a lot of certain aspects about this game isn't really being directed for a younger audience, even though a younger audience will play it. But they're aiming for more of an adult audience, so they're hoping that an adult audience would need them to tell you something simple like that. You know what I mean? Zero Gamer saying, I give you a board game and it contains pieces, dice, and cards, and no instructions, and tell you it's common sense what you have to do. Now play it. Whose fault is it that you cannot play? Because it is the same exact thing you're saying. It's on him. It's not the same thing, though. If I'm playing this game, there's simple controls, which you're learning how to do right off the bat. And if the reticule goes red over something, like most games, that means shoot something. It's shootable. It's a target. Now, if you're giving me a board game which has a whole bunch of things, then I don't know anything about it, and you're telling me just figure it out how to play, that's a beyond complicated mass of problem solving to do. It's not just something as simple as it turned red, there's your clue. Now, if it was going to be more of a accurate example, if you were going to give me a puzzle game or whatever, and you put it down in front of me, and you have an obvious clue as to what I'm supposed to do to get the thing started, then that would be more like if you're playing Trouble and you know you have the little bubble popper, that might be before your time. I don't know how old you are. But if you have like the little dice popper in the middle of it and you click that, well, there's a thing that's giving you kind of a hint on how to play. Taylor Game was saying you're saying a common sense principle doesn't require instruction. So if you have dice and you're never told to roll them, you say they're supposed to be rolled. How to play the game isn't the issue. The issue is you have common things that everyone knows what to do with and has no direct concept. No, I think you're seriously overthinking it, man. You're overcomplicating it. And at any rate, Reginald.
What do you want?
Look who's with me.
Oh, hey, Vicar Max.
Uh-huh.
What are you doing on Monarch? I thought scienticians ain't welcome here.
Haven't you heard? Everyone's welcome here. It's a fucking worker's paradise. But you wouldn't know anything about that, would you? Never worked a day in your miserable life. You're just a parasite, living off my goodwill. Well, guess what? My goodwill's exhausted, along with my temper.
Well, this is a little more than you kind of hinted there, Vicar. Old Maxwell. Teal Gamer saying, you're saying a reticule turns red on something, so it means to shoot it. That's saying the same thing as if I give you dice and expect you to know they must be rolled despite you're never told to do so. Yeah, if you're giving me a game with dice, I'm going to make the simple assumption that the dice are part of the game. Therefore, they need to be rolled. If you're never told to actually roll the dice, it's irrelevant. That is what is common to do with them. If you're given a tool in any kind of a game, it doesn't make it. It's not irrelevant as to whether or not like if you're given a tool, you know that tool is involved in that game. Like you don't need someone to tell you these dice have to be rolled in the game. Like, if I just open a box and there's dice, I may not know exactly what the dice are for, but I know that those dice get rolled as part of the game. You know what I mean? Well, yeah, you're rolling dice because it's a part of it. Like I said, you're not going to know the exact details as to what you're doing, but if you're playing the game, how do you know the dice are supposed to be rolled? Because they're dice, and they're included in the game. Dice. The entire reason for having dice, right, the entire point of having dice is they are to be rolled. Just like in here, the entire point of your reticule turning red is that is something to be shot. We assume the dice 100% have to be rolled. You're assuming, but that's a problem. You were never told to roll them. You don't need to be told that. Because unless you're giving me some gimmick, like a gimmicked game, where the whole thing is to trick somebody into thinking that they need all the tools, and they don't really need them. Like if you're giving me a game with dice included, and I don't use the dice, then these dice are included there for no reason whatsoever, and they have no purpose. The entire thing you do with dice is roll them. If a game includes that tool, then that's what that tool is that's what you're to do with it, is to roll them. You're saying you can only argue the dice have to be rolled if you know they have to be. If you're never told, you cannot say they're supposed to be rolled just because they're dice. Then why would they be included in the game? If you handed me a game that has dice in them... No, it's all good. Don't worry about the caps. No, because like I said, if I hand you a game, if I hand you a box, and it's a game, and it has a board, it has dice, and it has little player pieces, and I don't tell you what any of this has to be, then why else, what do you think you're going to do with any of this? You should at least, like, the whole thing is, if I'm handing you this, there's one of two outcomes. Either you're going to have no comprehension whatsoever as to what the game is. Say you're 5 years old. You don't know what any of this is that you're looking at it, so you're not going to know what the board part of the board game is, what the player pieces are about, what the dice are all about, because you're not mature enough. And I mean literally physically, mentally matured. Like, you're not mature enough to understand what the concepts behind these things are. However, if I'm handing it to you as a functioning adult or young adult, or someone who's at least mature enough to understand the pieces that are involved in what I'm handing you, you're going to very easily be able to figure out, okay, so there's a board, which is the actual playing piece. There's little figures, which are part of the game, and there's dice, and the dice, which the object of dice is to roll them to get numbers, and in some way, rolling those dice is part of this game. If you're incapable of understanding that, then you're to understand that's what the parts are, you're not mature enough to understand probably what any of it is. So if you're playing this game here, and you couldn't figure out to blow through the barrels because no one told you to do it, then you're not mature enough to be handling simple problem solving within a game without having somebody giving you hints or helping you. There's nothing wrong with that if you're young or you're inexperienced with games. There's nothing wrong with that. It just means, you need help. But this game is not being developed towards people who are incapable of figuring out simple problem solving. All right. I understand what you're saying, and I'm just going to concede to what you're saying because for me it's 3 in the morning, and I've been going for almost 2 hours, and I'm trying to wrap this up. But I do get what you're saying. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, and by the way, I completely appreciate the conversation. Like, I appreciate the intelligent back and forth and stuff. Like, I totally get what you're saying. Like, I understand. However, I can't keep sitting on this while I'm trying to finish this thing. But I get what you're saying, dude. I totally understand your point. Sorry me. This guy doesn't look like much of a scholar, Max. Care to explain?
This is the guy who told me about the book while we were in prison. I lied about finding a scholar.
While you were
But I
in
don't
prison?
care about any of that anymore. I just want to inflict massive amounts of pain on this guy.
Oh. So maybe he didn't know the book was in French.
Oh, he knew. Didn't you? Didn't you?
Okay, I admit it. I was tired of your high and mighty speechifying all the time. It was just a joke, I swear. I didn't mean nothing by it.
See, Captain? I've dealt with this swine before. I know how he thinks. Now, where were we? Oh, that's right. I was about to beat you. Severely.
Wait! I know who can translate the book for you.
It's too late for that. I threw away my life chasing fairy tales. Will punishing you fix any of that? Of course not. But by law, it will make me feel a whole lot better.
Alright. Listen, Max, I get it. I don't have a problem with beating someone's ass when they've earned it, but... But, it's true. He might be screwing with you, so you need to stop. It's too late now. Because the answer you've been looking for might be in that book. So we can find someone to translate it.
Okay. Talk, Reggie.
It was stolen from some sort of expert on philosophism. Weird hermit lady on Scylla. My father used to deliver supplies to the mining outpost there.
And TL Gamer saying, can you imagine hearing that? Where was I? Oh yeah, I was about to hit you. Some of the dialogue is hilarious. Most of the dialogue in this game has been super entertaining. Like That's the thing. Like, this is not a take everything super serious. Like, it's a lot of comedic, a lot of humor in this game. So, which is hugely entertaining for me. Weird hermit. Sounds kind of flimsy.
It's true. My father collected some extra bits on the side by diverting some of the supplies to the gal. The way he told it, he thought the book looked valuable, so he took it. Couldn't find any buyers when it turned out to not only be French, but banned as well.
He looks like somebody beat the crap out of him already. Teal Gamer saying, I was watching a stream earlier and there was an NPC that looked like Rob Schneider. Yeah, there's a few that are looking like people that you'd recognize. Who was I saying the other day that, yesterday? Who did the one character look just like? I can't remember off the top of my head. Damn it, I can't remember, but it like looked just like an actor. And it was cracking me up because it was like, I feel like I'm yelling at... Oh, no, it wasn't an actor. It was a guy who looked like Ken Shamrock, who is a old school MMA UFC fighter. For anyone who's watching that doesn't know who that is. It wasn't him. It was just the way that the character model was made, because it wasn't his voice, and it wasn't like a total likeness, but it was enough that was like, oh my god, that character looks just like Ken Shamrock, which would have been really funny if it actually was. If it was voiced by him, it would have been amazing. Alright, what do you say, Vicar?
Fine. We've got more important things to do anyway.
Alright. So we found the guy. Now what? Take him to the Hermit on Cilia. Okay, so that's another planet we gotta go to. Teal Gamer saying, I know who Ken Shamrock is. Was his neck real thick? Yeah, oh yeah. Dude was built. He was also in, he had a short time in WWE. So I know that's where a lot of people know him from. I had taken a break from watching. Actually, it was still WWF at the time. But I took a break from watching that stuff at the point that he was wrestling because I was just kind of bored with the product.
Are you free to talk?
Yeah, and that's where I know him originally from. I know him from like the early UFCs. Yes, Vicar, I'm free to talk.
I want to thank you for talking some sense into me back there with Cheney. It has been a long time since I gave in to my violent enthusiasm.
Cut the crap, Max. You lied to me about Cheney, and I want to know why.
You're right. I owe you an apology. I've been so obsessed for so long, I couldn't see anything else. You offered me a place on your crew, friendship, and I used you to get to Cheney.
You sure did.
And even then, you saved me from myself. I don't know if I could live with myself had I gone through with it. You owe me nothing, I know, but I'm begging your forgiveness.
Yeah. Sounds like the Shadow Man in Mass Effect, Martin Sheen. Yeah, kinda. I mean, that's definitely not Martin Sheen, but it kind of has a similar quality. You could just kick him out right now. Good God. Alright, but I'm watching you. You ever lie to me again about anything, you're out.
Thank you. I promise I'll be nothing but truthful from this point forward.
Yeah, we'll see. So what was it like being in prison? Oh God, I could tell you what it's like.
Oh, exactly as you'd imagine. Can't say I enjoyed the stint. It did provide me with plenty of time to think.
Yeah, it has a
the way
similar
I see it,
voice.
The universe was snapping me back to where I needed to be. You stray too far from the course of your destiny, the world will try to correct for it.
Alright, let's move on. Bing! Whoa, I almost walked through you again. Splish, splash. Alright, so the next step is going to be heading out towards heading out towards... I forget what the thing was that I was, that. Because I have to do that. I have to open up that relay bay thing. There's a whole bunch of stuff I have to do over wherever this area is. Okay. Alright, so that's where I gotta end this. I gotta wrap this up. We are now over 2 hours, and that is at least a half an hour longer than I anticipated going. And like I said, it's almost 3:30 in the morning, so I'm starving. I gotta eat. Real quick, TL Gamer saying when he was talking about hitting him, it reminded me of something I say during my routines. I'm an entertainer. All right, on. But yeah, so that'll be... Actually, you know what? Let me see. Do we have a better weapon for you to use? I know I've got better shotguns that I can get a hold of. That might be something I do. I might do that on my own time there. We can definitely get him a better two-handed weapon. Because that one's garbage. Teal Gamer saying, if you're really bored, go up to one of your friends and ask them if they're ready. If they say for what, haul off and smash them as hard as you can. They say, oh, I guess not. I kind of do. I don't quite smash people in the face, as hard as I can or whatever, but I kind of do shit like that. So I'm right on par with you. In fact, I'll say that to my son. I won't blast my son, but I might give him a chest chop or something. But the joke that we have is he knows now. I'll just look at him and I'll say, it's a real shame. And then he'll back off because he knows like the next thing would be me like smacking his chest or something like that, and just being goofy. But all right, anyway, we gotta end this. I have to eat, or my stomach's gonna just completely tear itself apart, and then at some point I'm gonna have to go to sleep. So, for those of you that are new to the channel, TL Gamer, if you're new, I'm not sure if you're subscribed already, but feel free to subscribe. Hit the notification button. Do all the YouTube stuff. I appreciate it. Jumping in here and having a conversation. TL Gamer, thank you so much for jumping in and talking. TL Gamer says, I ask people in traffic what time it is. What time is it? And when they tell me, I look at my clock and say, yes, you're right, it is. Nice. What if you feel like paying? Paying what? Nothing to pay. But anyway, I gotta eat. So, as I said, I hope you guys are enjoying the game. I'm enjoying the game. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, feel free to sub. We have a comedian! Excellent. Hey, if you're ever in Pennsylvania, I can book you. So, well, if you want to pay, hey, just, look me up and send money my way. And have a good night, Pork Lips. Thank you. All right, guys, that's it for now. So, as always, until the next time, peace. Entertain away, TL Gamer. All right, thanks again. Bye, guys.